Back to the daily grind, and shout out to the full-time patrons. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
No, Charles. Why Artem Lobov, the GOAT, has been pulled from his UFC 223 super fight against Alex Caceres on Fight Pass prelims, all because he was involved within the Conor McGregor incident that took place earlier today, where Conor McGregor stormed whatever they were at in Brooklyn and threw, it looks like a dolly at the UFC fighter bus, broke a window out. When some of the pieces ended up actually cutting a fellow UFC fighter, Michael Chiesa. Rose Namajunas, she was mentally shaken up a little bit from the incident and all of this. And now, on top of all the madness, Conor McGregor has caused Artem Lobov, his teammate, to lose his fight versus Alex Caceres. Now, Artem Lobov was with the shit, so you can't really be too mad. He was part of the crew charging. That was just part of the, hey, me and my crew got a ride. Yeah, I lost the fight. But you do kind of got to point out Alex Caceres lost an opportunity here. It has not been confirmed whether or not he'll still get his show money to fight. But if you don't weigh in, a lot of times you don't get your show money. Now, this was completely out of Alex Caceres' control, so we'll see what happens. He might at least get his show money, but even then, is that right? You know what I'm saying? Because Alex Caceres was showing up to win this fight. You get show money and win money, which is the same. Let's say he makes $10,000 to fight. If he would have won, he would have got $20,000. So now he might get $10,000, and it's got nothing to do with him. He was probably showing up hoping to get that $20,000. So that's why some of the other MMA, media members like Ariel Helwani and such say, the UFC needs to get rid of this win bonus, because when stuff like this happens, Alex Caceres is kind of getting stiffed, for one. You know what I'm saying? And for two, it's out of his control. So that's one thing that happened. I want to cover multiple things in this video. But yes, Artem Lobov has officially been pulled from his fight with Bruce Leroy, Alex Caceres at UFC 223, which is unfortunate. But hey, sometimes you got to ride. With that being said, also, Aiquinta has came out and said that he offered to fight Khabib Nurmagomedov on short notice at UFC 223. And I got to say, get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, dog. If you follow the sport, this is probably complete and utter bullshit, because Aiquinta was just on the MMA Hour 2-3 weeks ago. I wouldn't fight Khabib Nurmagomedov. You'd have to pay me $2 or $3 million to fight that guy. And now he's willing to drop his fight with Paul Felder just to jump up and fight Khabib on short notice. This is clout chasing at its finest. Khabib, there's a lot of attention around Khabib right now and stuff going on. He's fighting for a title. Aiquinta, is mentioning his name, and I would have fought him on short notice, because he sees how much respect Max Holloway and the likes of Brian Ortega, a lot of these guys are getting respect. They were about to fight Khabib on short notice. It takes, some serious cojones to go in there versus Khabib on short notice. Now, with that being said, Aiquinta's yeah, I was willing to fight him too. Now that, he's already got Max Holloway in there, I don't believe it for 1 second, especially if you remember he just said he wouldn't fight Khabib unless he was paid $2 or $3 million, which he would not be getting if he took this fight on short notice. Now, one other thing I wanted to discuss in this video was Michael Chiesa is able to compete at UFC 223 despite multiple cuts from the McGregor incident, which is good. In the interview, someone told me to watch it. They said he didn't really have any cuts at all, major cuts at all. But there's been reports, Dana White said he was cut pretty bad. Someone said he had taken to the hospital, suffering from multiple cuts. Someone said some lacerations, which I think is just cuts anyway. But they made it seem pretty bad, especially Dana White. He said he was cut pretty bad. But if you go listen to the interview, some people said it's not as bad as you think. And clearly it's not bad enough to take Michael Chiesa out of this fight versus Anthony Pettis. That's still on. So he lost the Artem Lobov fight, but we still do have the Michael Chiesa fight. And also Rose Namajunas has said she's staying on the card. So with that being said, it is what it is. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments, and make sure you hit subscribe so we can stay updated on the next episode of the UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Circus. If you are new, holy flying flipping flapjacks, dog. This has the last few days, all the way from the Tony Ferguson tripping over a cable cord with his sunglasses, his prescription sunglasses on, to Max Holloway stepping up, to the Artem Lobov in the hotel lobby, to the bus incident, to these other fighters being affected. We still got the fights in a couple of days, UFC 223. This has all been crazy. Well, let's just fucking see what happens from here on out. Alright, with that being said, let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified every time I upload a video. I'm out.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking DOG.